Welcome back, trainers and collectors. It's your favorite Pokey Plumber, and we have finally added the last piece to the puzzle. So we were able to add an Unseen Forces EX booster box from the year 2005, and this contains some of the most beautiful EX cards in the entire era. So this is what we're going to end off with. We're going to slow down a little bit, and we're just going to enjoy what we have. So look how beautiful that is. Couldn't be more grateful, couldn't be more excited to, just add. Look at that box. You know what? Let's take a deeper dive. We have Raikou in the front, we have Umbreon on the one side, and we have Typhlosion on the other. Like, what a nice looking box. Man, that's so cool. But while we're on the topic, looking at the collection, little sneak peek. Little sneak peek, little sneak peek. But no, I just want to show you guys what I've been picking up because, they are underpriced. So I've been adding a good amount of PSA slabs from the EXs, the reverse stamps. Here we have the Rayquaza from Holland Phantoms, the Latias from Holland Phantoms, Dragonite from Dragon Frontiers. We have a 9.5 Rayquaza EX from EX Dragon. Man, when they're together, they really do look really nice. I mean, look, these are PSA 9s, and I've had 10s that didn't look as good as this card. Like, I had this card in a 10. And when you're buying the newer PSA 9s, I guarantee you, they look a heck of a lot better than your older cert PSA 10s. So yeah, that's why I've been adding some newer cert EX era 9s because they're way cheaper and they look pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do have a couple older cert ones that don't look that great. Like this Tyranitar doesn't look that good at all. But it looks okay. Well, guys, the number one rule is you buy the card. Don't buy the grade, buy the card. I saw someone that had a PSA 10 Latias EX, and I was looking at it, and I was like, wow, that's a PSA 10, and mine looks 10 times cleaner than theirs. So, I don't know. That's why I've just been, looking at the card, whether it's a 2 cert, newer cert. As long as the card looks good, I'm adding it into my collection. I mean, this one looks so good right here that I was even thinking about, maybe cracking it and then sending it to PSA and maybe going for a 10 because there is no issues and it has a whole bunch of swirls in it. It's a pretty cool card. But, enough stutter stepping. Let's get into the episode because we got a hot, juicy one today. Should we just initiating landing, locked, secured, leveling, centering, boop. Here we go. Boom. Welcome back, trainers and collectors. It's your favorite Pokey Plumber, fleshing out the latest news in the hobby updates. Whether it's breaking leaks, rare finds, or market trends, I got the tools to keep your collection growing and your profits flowing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's your favorite plumber. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty well myself. We have a fun, spicy one today, but before we get that started, we have to announce the winner. Congratulations. Oh, shoot. Okay. Don't know what I did with that sheet of paper. Congratulations to Letty11942. Congratulations, Letty. All you have to do is shoot me a message on Instagram or my email. Send me a screenshot of your YouTube, and congratulations. You won a V-Star Universe booster box with a nice acrylic. So now it's a minty box. And for the next giveaway, this is going to be a short, quick giveaway. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell notification, and then you're a chance to win a Black Bolt White Flare Victini collection box. If it's free, it's for me. That was a That was a long intro. Did you guys like that intro? Do you like looking at the collection? Should I start episodes like that? Do you want to see more of the slabs? Do you want to see some modern slabs? Do you want to see some WotC slabs? Do you want to see some e-reader slabs? You let me know in the comments below. But the hobby is angry. That's the only way I can title this. The hobby is angry. And we're going to get into the roots on this one. We're going to go back to the basics. We're going to talk about what's a good buy, what's not a good buy, why I think it's a good buy, and how, certain things still make sense. But throughout this little process of buying these PSA 9s and buying, some slabs, some sealed, especially right now, things are starting to stagnate. So people aren't paying attention. Like for the past 2 months, 3 months, we kept seeing, it hit a new high, it hit a new high, it hit a new high. And like every week it kept going up and up and up. But if you look at the last sales lately with many things, they're starting to go horizontal and stagnate, which is really, really a telltale sign that we're slowing down a little bit. You can't always just go up, and I've been saying that forever. And I don't know if it's the fall air coming in or what's going on, but I can tell you one thing. I can feel changes coming, right? I could feel something different in the air. I'm not saying it's a crash. I'm not saying it's that, but I'm telling you, things might change a little bit, and just like things go up drastically, things could go down drastically, or subside, stay horizontal. We're gonna see in the next month or so, especially when you're getting news of we have the pre-release of Mega Evolutions, and I'm hearing really good things when it comes to numbers. I'm hearing people are getting more for their pre-release than they have in the past 3-4 sets. So that's like a huge sign that Pokemon's stepping it up. I mean, they also had almost a year now to catch up with the printing. So I don't know why everybody fights it so hard. We need Destined Rivals to go to 400. We need it to go to 500. Guys, especially for the people that have been here for a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, shame on you for telling people that it stays like this. Destined Rivals, hot set. I said add a couple, just dollar cost average and see what happens. But guys, we have to just relax a little bit. Just relax. Like I said, I FOMO sometimes, but I don't know. For some reason, I feel a cold breeze, and it might get cold for a lot of people in here. And a lot of people, they say like, why do you wish everything to go bad? Why do you wish this, that? Because we need a reset. Because too many people are getting too cocky, too confident, only thinking it goes up and up and up. And we need that reset, not necessarily to shake people out, but for people to be humbled. There's no more humility in this hobby. It's just arrogance and ego. And it's like, if you offer somebody comps on a slab, they look at you like the stock only goes up. And that's why we need to be humbled. Listen, guys, I don't think you understand how much money I have in this. If Pokemon takes a hit, do I take a hit? Absolutely. I want everything to be enjoyable, but I want everything to go up, but I also want things to be enjoyable. I want things to be sane. I want things to be normal. There's just too much chaos, right? Like, this is a hobby for me, and it brought me all these blessings, and I'm grateful for it. But the thing is, I'm not worried about certain parts of Pokemon going down. The thing is, when I came into this hobby, it was like, if you wanted expensive, you go vintage. If you wanted cheap, you go modern. And then you let modern age for 3, 4, 5 years. And then it goes up, right? Now there's nothing cheap, there's nothing cheap, there's nothing cheap. And that's why people need to be humbled, because they want everything expensive right off the bat. They want to buy something for $200, they want it doubled the next day. We can't have that. It's not good. It's not good in life, it's not good for the hobby, okay? And for the people that fight me so hard on it, like the last video I made, I could tell who was the vendor that would take a card and be like, oh, there's only comps for 1,000. When last sale's 500, I need 1,000. Like, I know who you are in there. I can see by your comments. You don't faze me. I'm going to speak the truth, and that's how it should be. Do I think this hobby's stronger than ever? Absolutely. Do I think things are about to be corrected? Yeah, I do see a lot of correction that's going to happen. No, I don't think $100 booster boxes, but I mean, guys, I do think things are going to get better. We're starting to see more Black Bolt, more White Flare in stock. We're seeing it on shelves. Hell, I saw it for the first time on shelves. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the heck? what's going on? And guess what? No bullshit. I grabbed only 2 collection boxes and 1 binder collection. And one of those collection boxes was to give away to you guys. I don't need to grab the whole stack. Like, I'm not doing that. And that's just, I don't think you understand. I get so many messages and know on a daily basis of people sending me their positions of Destined Rivals booster boxes, their positions on, here, you think I'm kidding? Their positions on Journey Together. And I'm like, oh my God, if this is, I've had like 15 different people send me what's in their closet and what they're holding. And I'm just like, there's so much, this is a person, I'm not going to say who it is. This is one of my good friends, and he sent me this, right? When you have 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 1,000 people doing this, there is so much product out there. So much more. And if there's a little indication of a reprint where Destined Rivals really does crash to that $150, $160, $170 mark, you're going to see an overwhelming amount of product, because not everybody in this hobby has diamond hands. I know everyone wants to believe that everyone has diamond hands, but it's not the truth, okay? So if we really do get a reprint and you have so many people that have never held product, you hear stories, oh, I've been in this hobby for 3 months and I have a huge seal thing because they're coming with all this money. And they don't know better, right? Guys, there is so much product out there that if things do take a turn for the worse, I guarantee you a lot of people are going to crap their pants. And you're going to see it. I don't know. But the reason I've been grabbing some PSA 9s lately for the EXs and the reverse stamps, because I'm looking at a lot of the PSA 9s for alt arts. I look at the PSA 9 for XY cards. And I see those prices, and I look at EX error, one of the scarcest errors ever, and the cards are absolutely beautiful, and the prices are cheaper than your modern stuff. And yes, I love modern. I'm not saying the vintage are the better, but the prices still make sense to me. We've seen Sword and Shield shoot up like no other. I still feel very confident with Brilliant Stars. I still feel super confident with Chilling Reign. Astral Radiance is hanging out in the background. When I look at Astral Radiance, I'm like, okay, you have Dialga, Polkia. It reminds me of like a Heart Gold Soul Silver Triumphant in a way. Like, it wasn't the most favorited set, but it's a set that's going to do well long term. It has a great Garchomp. It has the Misty Starmie. It has really good cards in it. So I think Astral Radiance is just chilling, and it's a good time to grab that. Early Scarlet Violet era, Paldea Evolved. I mean, it's moving. It's moving. I don't know much about a reprint. I haven't heard anything like that. But I think now, yeah, we could focus on a little bit of Paldea Evolved. We could focus on a little bit of Obsidian Flames. I'm hearing a lot of people are starting to buy, Surging Sparks. We had a Surging Sparks reprint not too long ago. No one talked about it, and product still is going up. So Surging Sparks is another good set. I do love Destined Rivals. I do love Journey Together, but I just feel like I just want to see what Pokemon does. That's it. I'm not in a rush, because let's say in 6 months down the road, I don't know if we're going to have a huge swing on Destined Rivals. I wait, I sit back. If it's an extra $50 a box down the road, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Fusion Strike, this is huge news for Fusion Strike. It is now $1,000 a box. An $80 box has now gone to $1,000. That's pretty damn impressive. Evolving Skies was going up nonstop, and now it's hovering around the $2,500 mark. So I think we're chilling pretty good right there. Evolving Skies, greatest set ever. Did I really just say that? No, Evolving Skies really on the level of Call Legends. Evolving Skies, I see a lot of people, they don't want to sell Evolving Skies. They only want to buy Evolving Skies because they can see the potential of Evolving Skies. I do think once we hit that 3K mark for Evolving Skies, like I said, I think we're going to start to see a lot of stagnation in a lot of areas, not only with sealed, but with your slabs. And just be prepared to see things go horizontal for a little bit. And that's okay. That's okay. But we are seeing numbers of people coming to this hobby at all-time highs. I think I saw something for like Z&G Emporium, and then like the past month, they had like 10 million different people come into look at that account. And like people are making a big deal out of Kevin O'Leary. buying, some sports card. And yeah, it's a big deal because now him and his big money friends are going to come into the hobby and start buying stuff. But I don't necessarily think you have to worry about the modern. I think they're going to start looking at, stuff like this, stuff like that, and they're going to be looking at the 100K booster boxes, $1 million, items. That's what they want to put into. They don't have the education, but if they see a first edition Charizard, a first edition base set booster box, that's the stuff that everybody knows that they're probably going to go into. And I don't know. Unless they get the education from someone that they should buy $1 million in a modern set and sit on it for the next 10 years. In that case, then we're all screwed. But I'm just taking it with one day at a time, seeing how the hobby goes, getting ready for the fall. Fall's like my favorite season. Halloween's my favorite holiday. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see what happens in October. That was a year ago when we had Surging Sparks. And think about it. A year ago, things were calm. I was still buying cases at $5.50 of Surging Sparks. And we watched how quick that changed. So, yeah, we're going to see what this fall brings. Usually everyone right now is saying this is going to be the busy season, fall, October, November, December. And for some reason, I'm feeling like it might not be. And it's weird. I feel like things are going to slow down. I just have that gut feeling. I can't explain it, but I'm going to keep buying what I enjoy. And I want to say one thing. People were like, oh, you're spending all this money on the vintage stuff. Bop, bop, bop. And the thing is, I'm taking boxes that make no sense with the jumps, the X, Y, the sun and moon. And I'm buying stuff that makes no sense. I'm not coming out of my pockets. I'm taking Pokemon money and I'm buying stuff that I couldn't afford back then. And my modern has made me able to afford this stuff and diversify my collection. This is why modern is so great, because you give it enough time and it could help you get things you never dreamed you'd be able to afford. Believe me, when I got into this hobby, a Rise and Rival box was $500. And I was like, I'll never be able to afford that. The most expensive box was an Arceus box, and that was like $300 something. But give it enough time and it can make you do things like that. Right now, I just have to see what happens with the Destin. I don't think it's a bad buy at $300. I don't. But I also want to see what happens because I want to open the product too. I want to enjoy the product too. It's going to be real hard for a lot of people to be like, all right, I'm going to buy this. I have no education. I don't care about it. I'm just going to set it to the side and see what happens. Because if they don't care and it dips a little bit, then they run. I don't care if this box drops. I don't care because I love it. I wanted this in my collection. Over time, I don't care. It'll go up, right? We just need to see some correction because the confidence, the cockiness is getting a little bit out of hand. And I don't want anyone hurt, but they need to be humbled. And that's what I'm realizing because I was going around, trying to sell some boxes, trade for this, trade for that. And the common denominator is with a lot of these people, nobody had the cash to buy a $5,000 item for me, right? They wanted to trade. Why are you vending if you don't have an extra $5,000 liquid that you could spend like that? And that's becoming too much of a common denominator. People aren't as liquid as they make it seem. And if you're still here for that, plungers in the chat. Because I'm telling you, it could create a recipe for disaster. Nobody's listening. It's nice when you could put everything on the card and it only goes up and then you pay it off. Like, that's nice. But the second that people get too much stuff, the allocations, they're having trouble flipping Black Bolt, White Flare, the scalpers, the domino effect. I'm telling you, I don't know why. I can feel it. I could feel it right now. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord, I can feel it coming. I'm sorry, what am I doing? Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Here we go. For everyone's favorite segment of the day, Pokemon pronunciation of the day. Escavalier. 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 Type Bug Steel. They use shells they've stolen from Shelmet to arm and protect themselves. They're a very popular Pokemon in the Galar region. Escavalier! Escavalier! Like, comment, subscribe. You guys are the very best.